Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this video, the Traction Guest M&A story. Bob's story of getting acquired and navigating and building a whole new technology infrastructure to guide the growth of the company is everybody's story who's going through this. Bob Wang is the head of finance at Traction Guest and my guest for this video. Bob, let's start at the beginning. Would you introduce yourself and who is Traction Guest?
Yeah, Traction Guest is an enterprise software company, B2B. In its simplest form, we do check-ins. We replace the front desk, but we have a lot of enterprise features such as security, SOC 2, opening doors, things like that big enterprises need. And Traction Guest was a product company that spun out of a professional services company called Traction On Demand.
Yeah, it's an incredible company. Traction On Demand, and just doing amazing growth and productizing services that they built, and that turned into Traction Guest. And for everybody, how the slide reads is from left to right. So on each of these, a little bit of what was going on, and then how did Bob and team solve that, and what was the big business outcome that they had. So let's just start at the beginning. What was happening with automated billing and rev rec?
Yeah, so as mentioned, Traction Guest was spun out of Traction On Demand, and Traction On Demand was a professional services company. So their entire Sage Intacct instance was set up to be optimized for that type of accounting, that type of revenue, billing, recognition, and so on, which made the Traction Guest revenue model of upfront 100% ARR billing method to be quite challenging. We had to do a lot of manual adjustments and going back and things like that. That just wasn't efficient.
And then when you brought us on, what was that able to do in order to help all that scale to the efficiency for the model?
Yeah, so Sage Intacct had a fantastic enterprise software or rather ARR revenue recognition model. We actually, David, went through a process of evaluating different products. We had Sage Intacct, and we thought this was a good time to reevaluate. And after doing that assessment, we chose to stick with Sage Intacct, and I think that's a pretty powerful testament to what you guys offer. We obviously installed a different module, and the problem was solved. That module allowed us to do upfront ARR billing, amortize the revenue correctly, even amortize the costs associated with that, and that really reduced our month-end close.
Well, it's incredible, and I love it. And integrated with Salesforce and Avalara in order to really, the proof's in the pudding, getting a real tight close. But then as you guys were expanding both the transition out of the parent entity and moving international, what was going on there? Then what was the outcomes you got?
Yeah, so Traction Guest is a Canadian company that had a US sub and an Ireland sub. So we had Euro, USD, CAD, all that currency to deal with, not to mention 3 entities. So that complexity was very, very challenging to manage. So Sage Intacct has a native consolidation module, and it allowed us to get one view across all entities, and that made a huge difference.
Yeah, and then what was the impact of the DSO and operating cash flows? Because that's incredible process improvement, but leading to cash improvement.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. We were able to find an app and as a software partner of Sage Intacct that pulled in the sales invoices, and we were able to do follow-ups, and we were able to just reduce our days outstanding of AR from 90 days, which is 3 months, to 55 days, and that freed up a ton of cash for us. And we were able to do that because we got the visibility of the month end. We were able to automate the pulling of the invoices, and it just made the whole system work.
And then that was incredible because private equity firms are driven off EBITDA. And so having better operational cash flow, tying back an EBITDA and the valuation for the original investors and have it growth. So once you got that infrastructure in place, then you were able to forecast the future. So what was happening there? Then how did it grow on top of that?
Yeah, that was incredibly important. We were venture backed, so we were burning money. We were investing in growth, and knowing the runway is a matter of survival. And during 2020, when COVID hit, we are, as I mentioned, a check-in software. So when people aren't checking in and go to the office, our company suffers, and that was a real low point for our firm. But you know what? Throughout the entire process, we knew where our cash was was going to be in 3 months, 6 months, a year, and 2 years. And we had a plan, despite what was happening in the market, to become cash flow positive and be self-sufficient, regardless of the outcome.
Well, it's just amazing. I love that rolling forecasts on revenue, on cash, on billings for 12 and 24 months, accurate, and then taking it down to keeping the variance under 10%. And then you sharing that with the business leaders so they're on top of their business, understanding what's happening, able to best forecast and drive their headcount and their growth plans. So really being a great partner for the business. Kind of a term that we see a lot is moving from CF no, but not being certain around the business, to also CF grow, because you're able to give such confidence and competence in the model and sharing it to an investor in order to be the growth. And I love that compliment that you got from some world-class investors, people who are on the boards of public companies as well, saying this is one of the best run finance teams that they've ever seen. Well done.
No, it's a comment that I really take to heart, and it was a team effort that got it all done. And it's not just partnering with the CEO in this process; it's keeping the board informed, keeping the lender informed, and keeping the executive team informed about what's happening, so there were no surprises.
Just incredible. Well done. As we wrap up here, what you've done is you've taken everything you've become an expert on and created a business, your own fractional CFO, to advise next generation firms on that. Do you want to share with everybody a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're based in Sacramento. We are a fractional CFO firm with a strong background in tech. Happy to support on building finance teams, budgeting, forecasting, and even challenging scenarios. We definitely thrive in those circumstances, and our focus is building enterprise value.
Where can people learn more?
You can email me at bob@tfnextgen.com, or click on that link and come say hello. Love that.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. So everyone, Bob's taken this expertise to apply it. And Bob, as we wrap up, I really appreciate you being our customer, taking the time to share it with other people. Any final thoughts?
No, I think Sage Intacct is a fantastic product that's a natural product for other firms to use as they grow, as they think about going public, as they think about raising, $10-20 million in financing. It is flexible enough to take a company all the way.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with you. We certainly feel that way, and stories like you prove it. Folks, if you wish to learn more, simply go to tinyurl.com/SageSaaS, tinyurl.com/SageSaaS. Bob, congratulations what you and your team built, and great investor outcomes. Thank you for taking the time to share it with us all. And then, of course, the great business you've built on top of from here. Everybody, please have a great day.